wake up in the morning. Light spills through your window. Warm, familiar, reliable. The sun is already there. It always is. You don't think about it much. You don't need to. The sun rises, crosses the sky, and disappears. Day after day, year after year. It feels constant, permanent, like it belongs to us. But what if something was hiding in that light? Not far away, not in another galaxy, not even beyond the edge of our solar system. What if something was right there, on the other side of the sun? Close your eyes for a moment and picture it. A planet. Same orbit as Earth, always exactly opposite us. When it's day here, it's hidden behind the sun. When it's night, it's still there. But you can't see it, because the sun is in the way. It sounds impossible, almost like a story someone would tell late at night, something whispered in science fiction forums. A mirror Earth, a twin world, a secret neighbor we have never seen. But this idea has a name, a real one. Scientists call it a counter-Earth, or more formally, a co-orbital planet locked in perfect opposition. And the idea is older than modern science itself. Ancient thinkers once imagined such a world, a hidden twin balancing Earth in the cosmos, invisible, untouchable. For a long time, it stayed just that, an idea. But then science started asking a dangerous question. Could something like that actually exist? Because space is not as empty as it feels, and orbits, they are not as simple as they look. You see, Earth doesn't just move around the sun, it dances in a delicate balance of gravity. Every planet does. Every object pulls on every other object, constantly, on silently shaping the paths they take. So the question becomes unsettling. Could there be a place in that balance where something could hide? Right now, as you sit here, the sun is blocking half of your view of the solar system. Everything behind it is hidden from direct sight. We can't look straight through the sun. It is too bright, too powerful. It blinds us. And in that blindness, the imagination starts to grow. A whole planet, oceans, mountains, maybe even skies not so different from ours. All of it concealed by a star that dominates our vision. It feels close, almost reachable, but something about it doesn't sit right. Because if there was another Earth, if there was something that big, that close, wouldn't we know? We have satellites, telescopes, probes leaving the solar system. We track asteroids the size of buildings from millions of kilometers away. We map the gravity of planets. We measure tiny wobbles in their motion. Nothing that large should be able to hide. And yet, the idea refuses to die. Because space is vast, but also strangely precise. And sometimes, in that precision, strange possibilities appear. Points of balance, regions where gravity cancels out just enough to create stability, places where something could, in theory, stay hidden. So now you're left with a question. Not just whether such a planet exists, but whether it ever could. Because if it can, then something might be out there right now, moving with us, unseen, perfectly aligned, just one orbit away. And if it can't, then why does the idea feel so disturbingly possible? Start with something simple, where the distance between Earth and the Sun, about 150 million kilometers. It sounds like a number you've heard before, maybe in school, maybe in passing, but it doesn't feel real. So imagine this instead. If you could drive a car straight to the sun at highway speed, say 100 kilometers per hour, it would take you over 170 years to get there. Driving, non-stop, no brakes. That's just one direction. Now imagine the opposite side of that distance. another 150 million kilometers behind the sun, a place you cannot see from Earth, a region permanently hidden by blinding light. That is where the idea of a counter-Earth lives. But here's where reality begins to push back. Orbits are not empty tracks in space. They are crowded, dynamic systems shaped by gravity. And gravity does not ignore large objects. If a planet the size of Earth existed directly opposite us, sharing the same orbit, it wouldn't just sit quietly. It would pull on us. Every second, every minute, every year. And that pull would leave a signature. Earth's orbit would wobble. Slightly, but measurably. Our planet's path around the sun would not be as smooth as it is. Scientists would see it immediately. They already detect planets around distant stars using this exact method. Tiny shifts, barely noticeable movements, but enough to reveal worlds light years away. So a hidden Earth-sized planet just across the sun, it would not stay hidden, not for long. But maybe it's not exactly opposite. There are special points in space called Lagrange points, named after the mathematician who first described them. These are regions where gravity and motion balance perfectly, allowing objects to stay in stable positions relative to larger bodies. Two of these points, L4 and L5, sit 60 degrees ahead and behind Earth in its orbit. Not directly behind the sun, but close enough to feel interesting. At these points, objects can linger. Asteroids do. Small ones, clusters even. They are called Trojan asteroids, and they are real. In fact, Jupiter has thousands of them, entire swarms sharing its orbit, trapped in these gravitational pockets like cosmic hitchhikers. So now the idea evolves, maybe not a full planet, but something smaller, something hiding in a stable region, moving with Earth, never straying too far. But here comes the scale again. Even at Lagrange points, stability has limits. Large objects disrupt the balance. A planet-sized body would create chaos, not stability. Its gravity would break the delicate equilibrium, sending objects drifting or crashing over time. The solar system does not tolerate symmetry that perfect. Now zoom out further. Look at the entire solar system from above. Planets are not evenly spaced. Their orbits are influenced by each other constantly. Jupiter alone, with its massive gravity, acts like a gatekeeper, shaping the paths of countless objects. It is more than twice as massive as all the other planets combined. That matters, because any hidden planet sharing Earth's orbit would also feel Jupiter's pull. Over millions of years, that influence would stretch, distort, and eventually destabilize its path. It wouldn't stay perfectly opposite us. It would drift. And once it drifts, even slightly, we would see it. There is no place to hide at that scale. But the idea doesn't stop there, because humans have always wondered about the unseen. Even in ancient times, thinkers imagined an anti-Earth, a world forever hidden behind the sun, not because of physics, but because symmetry felt right. Balance felt necessary. But the universe does not care about symmetry the way we do. It cares about gravity, motion, time, and over time, even the smallest imbalance grows. Here is the gut punch. Every planet in our solar system is constantly being tracked with extreme precision. We know their positions to within kilometers, or better. Spacecraft navigate across billions of kilometers using these calculations. If something as large as Earth was sharing our orbit, even hidden behind the sun, its gravitational effect would have been detected decades ago. Not guessed, not theorized, measured, and yet nothing. No unexplained wobbles, no missing mass, no hidden twin. The silence is the answer. But still, Space has a way of surprising us, because while a hidden Earth is almost certainly impossible, smaller objects can and do share orbits. Asteroids can follow Earth for centuries, even millennia, before drifting away. They are quiet, hard to detect, easy to miss, and sometimes we only discover them after they have been there all along. So the idea changes again, not a secret planet, but a reminder that even in a system we think we understand, there are still shadows, still blind spots, still things we haven't seen yet. And if something small can hide for so long, what else might we be missing? Step back, further than Earth, further than the Sun, further than the orbit where this idea even makes sense. Look at the solar system as a whole, a small, quiet structure orbiting an ordinary star in the outskirts of a galaxy that contains hundreds of billions of stars. And that galaxy? It is just one of trillions. The idea of a hidden planet behind the sun feels mysterious, almost unsettling. But it is small compared to what actually exists, because the real truth is not that something might be hiding near us. It's that most of the universe is already hidden, not behind the sun, but beyond our reach. Light itself has a limit. There are places so far away that their light has not had time to reach us since the beginning of the universe. Entire galaxies exist that we will never see, not because they are hidden, but because they are too far, permanently. The universe is not just big, it is unreachable. And in that scale, the idea of a secret planet feels almost comforting, close, familiar, something we could one day visit. But reality is colder. There is no hidden Earth waiting behind the sun, no twin world mirroring our skies, no secret civilization living just out of sight. There is only what is, and what is vast beyond understanding. But here's the quiet shift. The absence of a hidden planet does not make the universe less mysterious. It makes it more honest. Because the universe does not hide things for us. It simply exists, following rules that do not bend for curiosity or imagination. Gravity does what it does. Time moves the way it moves. Light travels as fast as it can, and no faster. And within those rules, everything we see, everything we know, has been uncovered by fragile beings standing on a small planet, looking up. You, on a world that is not hidden, not special in position, not unique in structure. And yet, here you are, aware, able to ask the question in the first place. That matters, because while there is no secret planet behind the sun, there is something else. A universe that allows itself to be understood, piece by piece, by minds that evolved to survive on the surface of a rock. That is the real improbability. Not a hidden world, but a visible one. A world where you can stand, look at the sun, and wonder what might be behind it, even when the answer is nothing. And somehow, that nothing feels heavy, because it reminds you of something simple. You are not surrounded by hidden worlds waiting to be found. You are surrounded by a reality so vast that even what is visible is already more than enough. And the sun rises again, as it always has, blocking your view of half the solar system, not hiding secrets, just shining.